Kaboom! Whoa!
Kaboom! Whoa! There you go.
I can't believe we did that. Okay. Hey, welcome back to Deep Podcast Dippy Egg Eater. It's episode 4, and we're talking about all kinds of things. Fishy stuff. Not fishes, though. Or fish. Fishy things.
Fish.
And we're talking about stuff we got. And we're talking about games we're playing. All the stuff.
Fish.
All the things. Fish. I got a guinea pig. I didn't get a fish. But I have a guinea pig now. His name's Cappy. Because he looks like a capybara.
When I was like a kid, I used to go to like pet stores, and I specifically looked for the biggest fish that they had. Like, I don't know if anyone else ever did that. Like,
I had a really big
go.
goldfish when I was a kid.
I'd just go to the pet store and I'd like look at their aquariums. I'd try to find like the biggest fish, because there's usually like a large tank in the back that had like a giant fish in it, and I'd be like, hell yeah, that's a giant fish, you know?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on 1 second. Alright, we took a little break to turn a fan off. And the universal fan technique. They call it
Universal
UFT.
fan technique. Yeah.
Universal fan technique.
It's big in Brazil.
Big in Brazil? What? I guess.
Like the Sega Master System.
Sega Master System. I did get a Sega Master System game, actually.
Sega Master System's huge in Brazil.
Yeah, where is that?
I did a segue without even realizing it.
Yeah, well, no, I'll talk about that later, but there is a Sega Master System game I got, and I don't know what I did with it. But it's... Oh, I already put it on the shelf, that's why.
Is it Brazil?
No, it's not.
Oh. It's okay.
Yeah, well, so are you playing any Sega Master System games recently, Pori?
Not recently, but like I did play the California games on the Master System for that one Dippy Egg video. So I have the Power Race converter right here, actually.
I have one of those, but I sold it because it doesn't fit on the Model 2 Genesis.
Yeah, it fits nice and flush on a Model 1. So yeah, I like this accessory, and makes it easier to play Master System games. I don't have a lot. I have maybe 30 Master System games, if that.
You're more than me. I think I only have 20.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff on it, but I don't have any of the heavy hitters. I don't have the Phantasy Star. I don't have Ease. I don't have I do have Cloudmaster. You ever played Cloudmaster?
I think I've played that on the Switch. Monkey King Master Clouds. It's like a shmup.
Yeah, it's like a shmup, and you shoot bowls of ramen.
Oh, it might be different. You're like the Monkey King, right?
I don't know if you're a Monkey King. It's on the Famicom too, though. And the Famicom one is kind of uncommon. I think Kenzo has it on the Famicom.
Oh yeah, you don't really. No, yeah. You're like Goku, the Monkey King, or I don't know his.
Goku.
Yeah, Goku. Not Dragon, Goku and Journey West.
Yeah.
I think the Switch version is just like a updated thing.
I didn't even realize that existed. That's kind of awesome, because that game's actually really fun.
Well, the game I have on the Switch I don't like very much, but
the Master System one's good. It's because I got it, and I was because it was on the one game store I go to sometimes, they had a Master System hooked up, and that's the game that was on it, and I was like, this rules so hard, so I bought it from him. I was like, how much you want for this? And he had a decent price. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I took it home and I played it for hours because I love shmups.
The game I just played recently was Power Shovel, because tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of Power Shovel. Have you ever played Power Shovel?
Power Shovel, I think, I want to say Chris Bear got it one day when we were hanging out. I remember I saw it and I was like, because it's it's like a bulldozer, not a bulldozer, but the scooper.
It's technically it's an excavator, but it looks like a backhoe.
Excavator, yeah. Yeah, it was like you play as that or something. Like I always
Yeah.
would see that. Well, I wouldn't always see it because it's not like a super common game. Because how many people bought uh, Power Shovel? But
Right.
whenever I see it, I'm like, I'm really curious about that game, and then I just end up getting something else instead.
Well,
Like, how is it? Is it a good game?
I thought it was great, but there's two different. I mean, there are multiple modes, but there are basically two different gameplay modes, like within those, in my opinion.
Mhm.
There's like one mode that's mini games, and those. I mean, the controls are the same for every mode, but some mode, like the mini games, don't use all of the controls. And then there are modes where it's like more like hardcore kind of simulation of driving one
Mhm.
of these vehicles, and those are a lot more difficult. But I thought they were both fun. I had trouble with the more simulation ones, but the minigame
Yeah.
ones were really fun. They remind me a lot of Point Blank. You ever played Point Blank?
Oh, okay. That's a neat. That seems like a neat game. That's that and actually a game I got like I didn't get it. I got it maybe like a few months ago. RC Helicopter. That's another one that I
Oh,
always used to see that I'm curious about that.
that's one I might review in a month or so. We'll
Oh, okay.
see. Cause I'm not sure if I'll do that one. I try to use obscure holidays for the PlayStation Basement, and one of them is something like what's it called? It's like Take the Wind Day or something.
Take
Ride the
the
Wind
Wind Day.
Day. And I thought that would be a fun game for that. But the real game I should have done for that was a game I already did for National Paper Airplane Day. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I might do RC Helicopter though. We'll see. But Power Shovel was really
That'd be
fun, and I've also been playing Persona 5 Royal, and I'm finally like almost done with that game. But it's just so long. I'm not sure if I'm like really almost done. I mean, I did a lot of extra stuff, so I'm at almost
Mhm.
160 hours in the game. But I think most players like who play that game will probably play it for over 100 hours. But there's like if you don't do certain things, like the game is like shorter, like it'll like end earlier and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's kind of unusual. Did you ever play that game?
No, I've never played this series.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
have you played Shin Megami Tensei either?
no,
Hmm.
never played any of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like one of those, I'm intimidated by it because there's like 500 games in that like umbrella. Like it's just intense.
Well, they're not. I mean, they're not like really that related in a sense. And like two of the actually four of them, you can't really even play like legally. And I question if you should play the translations because they're not very good. At least the first Shin Megami Tensei has been kind of a headache to play. Um,
Hmm.
Partially the translation, partially it's an old first person like dungeon crawl style game
Yeah.
where like everything is like that except the world map. Like even a town is like that. So unlike Fantasy Star where you go to a town you just walk around, you go to a town and you're still like exploring a dungeon and it's just kind of awkward. But like the translation's like kind of a mess. Like names for items will go through so on the store screen it'll be like this is the name of the item. Then it'll be like, this is, I don't know if this order is right, but it'll be like, this is the cost. This is like the gender of the character that can equip it. And then I want to say
Hmm.
maybe there's something else. But like the name will be too long because in Japanese you can have like shorter words because kanji is like, like one or two characters. It can be a whole word.
Yeah.
Or even if you're using katakana or hiragana, those represent whole syllables. So in English, if I'm going to say though, that's like what, 7 letters or something? THOUGH. If that word was in Japanese, it would be two
One,
characters or one
two characters.
character. It'd be like one character. So it's like, it's a big difference. Now I used obviously a long word, but like there was an item that was called like Golden Crown or something, and it was like going through like all the other stuff. So there's just like a mail symbol like in the middle of the word, and there's like just money like in the middle of the word. And I was like, what is this item called? Like and I was like, oh, okay. So it's like hard to even read stuff. And all of the creatures in that game don't have translated, like, it should say like their type and then their name. So it'll say like it should say like something like undead, like zombie, but it'll say shiki zombie because shiki is the word they used in Japanese. But you think it's an English translation, they should translate this word to be undead or whatever you want it to be, but they just don't. So you just see shiki and it's like, what is shiki? Like, so.
Yeah. Well, the issue I have with even if the games are unrelated to each other, I have a bad habit of, if I fall in love with this game, I'm going to want to play every game in the series, and then I'm going to have to hunt down games. The next thing you know, I'm going to be crying because I can't. I'm not willing to spend $300 on Jack Brothers. You know, it's a rabbit hole. Like, you know, I got into Dragon Quest. Now I'm on a hunt for every Dragon Quest game. You know, now I mean, I have a lot of the like higher ticket ones. Like I have 4, I have 3, I have one of the ones on the 3DS that I have the one on 3DS, and it's like apparently like ultra expensive now for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, like 7 and 8 went up on there, even though they're pretty recent.
8. Yeah, I don't know why that went up that much because I got it at GameStop on clearance for like $20. So I don't know. But I go down those rabbit holes. Harvest Moon, for example. I went down the Harvest Moon rabbit hole, and now I own every Harvest Moon game except for a handful of the DS ones, including the one.
With the Mega 10 series, I don't know. It's like a difficult series from what I've gathered. Like I said, the only like non-Persona one I've played is actually the first Shin Megami Tensei, and I don't really recommend that one. It's not like, it has some interesting plot stuff going on. I haven't finished it, but like it's just kind of a pain to navigate, and like graphically it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look terrible, but I don't think it looks very good. And like the other problem is like the translation. So like there's also like with the translation patch, I guess they messed something up in the game, and you can't get the law or chaos ending potentially. You can almost never get the law ending, I guess. It just like doesn't work. And the chaos ending can mess up sometimes. So you basically have to get the neutral ending. That now it wouldn't be a problem if I didn't. I have like a cartridge of it that I bought before I knew much about the situation with the translation. And you know, if I played it on a ROM, it'd be different because you can use save states and all that, or you can just skip stuff. Like if you're running into a thing you can't beat it, you can just say, okay, I'm just gonna skip ahead because I know the patch ruins this. I'll just skip ahead. And there's also a second patch that doesn't break stuff, but now I'm just stuck. I was like, I don't use guides generally, so I'm just playing through the game, and my alignment is very, very lawful, it seems like. So I'm like, okay, I guess I should go for the law ending. Like, we'll see. But, like, I can't even get the law ending now, apparently. So it's like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do here?
Yeah, that sounds like a pain.
Yeah, so I'm not... I don't really recommend that one. I really think it's good to start with Persona, like, 3 or 5. I mean, I start with 3. 5, I think, is a better game. A lot of people started with Shin Megami Tensei 3. You have 4?
I have Persona 4. Yeah, I think that's the only one I have, and I found it at Goodwill for like $3 or something.
Oh, really?
It came with the soundtrack. It came with like a soundtrack CD, and $3. Why not? That was actually that was like that was a very rare good Goodwill day because I found Super Princess Peach that day for like $3 as well. Yeah, I only had it loose, so I was like, oh yeah, sure, for the box, why not?
Well, that's cool.
I think loose copy away to someone who actually wanted it. I was like, yeah, here you go.
Huh. I bought that game last
But,
year.
yeah,
I really wanted that game.
it's a good game.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Persona 4, I guess, is like more lighthearted. I haven't played that one. 3 is like darker than 5 in my opinion. 5 is kind of like a balance between that. But I haven't actually played 4, so I don't know.
Well, I guess I have a PlayStation Classic. I mean, and that's the ideal platform to play. But I mean, the first Persona's on that too.
People
So I
don't
could
like
try
the
it on
first two so much. Well, they don't like the first one. The second one, I guess they do like, but there are 2 second ones, and I think only the second one came out on the PlayStation here, and I think the second one came out on the PSP here or something. But both of them didn't come out on either console. I don't really understand why.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't like the first Persona that much. I don't know specifics on it, but I heard it's kind of rough. 5 is like
it's a game. I've heard it's a very like if you wanted like an original copy for the PS1, I heard it's like way too much.
It used to be way less, I will say.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
And then pandemics happened.
I guess.
And it went way too much. It was already a lot, but it went way too much.
I guess that's why I guess that's one of the good reasons to have a PlayStation console. Probably one of the only ones. That and Intelligent Cube, because I think Intelligent Cube's getting up there.
It was, and then it actually dropped a lot, but I don't know what it's at now.
Well, I got my PlayStation Classic for like $20 because no one wanted them because it's a stupid system. So like, it's worth it for that because I mean, I basically bought it because I was like, oh, because at the time I bought it, Intelligent Cube was a $60 game, and I was like, yeah, I'll get this because so I can play Intelligent Cube, and then I just never played it because it's a PlayStation Classic.
Yeah, I have it more just because I like the PlayStation. But I did. My idea was like, oh, I'm gonna play Persona. Actually, that was what I was gonna do because I own. I think I own all the other games on it. I'm not sure. I don't have. Well, no, I do have Rainbow Six. Not that that's a very good game, but I
need Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I think I have all the other games on there. I think the only one I don't have is the first Persona.
Yeah, I think there's a few games on there I don't have, but like a lot of the games on like I don't have Rainbow Six, but like I don't care that I don't have Rainbow Six. Like the big ones were Intelligent Cube and Persona and Mr. Driller. I mean, Mr. Driller's on that, right? That's Mr. Driller on.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I do think I think I do have that. I'm just probably mentioning it because I love Mr. Driller.
Oh, I think I don't have the first Grand Theft Auto, though I have played that a lot.
I have the first GTA, and I don't think I have the first Metal Gear Solid actually.
What? I also don't have Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo on PS1.
I don't have that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's that. Anything else about recent games or anything? I don't know.
Not really. I mean, I haven't really. Well, I've been playing a little bit. I played a little bit of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Yeah. I've been slowly chipping away at that. It's pretty good. And what else did I play? I played I was fine. I popped in not Harvest, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town again for the first time in a few months because I was like, I want to love this game. I really do. It came out a few months ago, and I want to love this game because Story of Seasons is a good series, but it's just not a very good game. And apparently the DLC in it is like really, really obnoxiously bad. Like it's pretty much just like here's like 2 more marriage candidates and like a really shallow addition to the story. Like
that's kind of awkward.
Like I thought, when I heard there was going to be DLC. I mean, I don't like the idea of a DLC in a game like this anyway. I thought like there'd be like a whole other town or something to check out. Like I thought it'd be like something big, but apparently it's just really shallow. Like, dude, I don't want that. Like you could have easily just given the whole experience in this package. Like there's no reason why you had to have DLC in this game.
Right. That's kind of awkward.
Yeah, like and I mean I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me even outside of that, like because all the characters are kind of bland in it. Like when I played the Friends of Mineral Town remake, like every Friends of Mineral Town character has like a lot of like personality to them. Like they're all like a lot of fun for the most part.
Yeah.
But this one's like it's yeah.
Well, that's
But I've been playing that. Yeah, I played that a bit, and then I played I think I played something else today. Yeah, it's something I played today and I don't remember. Oh yeah, I played a little bit more of a on the Switch. They have like how they have some arcade ports on the Switch, the arcade archives.
Yeah, my friend Tyler plays a lot of those.
Yeah, there's I was playing a bit of Versus Mario Brothers because it's like I still haven't beaten it because it's very hard. Because I have a history of the arcade I used to go to had an actual machine of this. It was like a sit down arcade that had that on it, and on the other side it had like Dr. Mario or something, but the other side never worked. But I could never get. Even to this day, I still can't get past like World 6-4 because it's pretty standard Mario game. You can use the warp zone to go to like World 4. Then you go to the World 4 warp zone, and you can only transport to World 6, and then like the first like 2 levels of World 6 are fine, and then World 3 of World 6 is like absurdly difficult. Like there's straight up like jumps that you have to jump across a really like long gap, bounce off of a Koopa at the end of it, and get it back onto the platform. And it's like it gets hard. Like I know they're trying to get the quarters out of me, and they definitely succeeded at the arcade, but even at home when I'm trying to do it, I can't beat it. And I'm like, I like every few months I'll like play it for like an hour or two trying to beat that part, and then I just never do.
I forgot. I have also played which one is it? It's like WWE, or I guess it's just WW 2K15 or something.
2K15.
Well, my neighbor came over. He's like 10.
Okay.
We were talking about. I saw him outside with his grandmother, and I was like talking about. I gave him like a Game Boy Color for Christmas because he saw me with the Game Boy Pocket that I bought. It's the ice blue one. I think I showed you before. I don't know.
I want the ice blue one.
I have it complete in the box, but
I know, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I got the ice blue one, and I was walking, into my house, and they were like, he and his siblings were like, "What is that? Is that a Nintendo Switch?" Or they said, "Is that Nintendo?" And I said, "Yeah." And they were like, "Do you have?" I was like, "They were like, do you have a Switch? Is that a Switch?" I was like, "No, this isn't a Switch." And then his grandmother was there, and and I was talking to them. I was like, "No, this came out like, like 25 years ago or something." And and they were like, "Oh, okay." And then he just kept asking about Switch and PS4 and all this. But he was kind of interested, and I was like showing it to him. I was like, "Look, this is this." And I was like, "Oh yeah, back in my day, we didn't have a light on there." And they were like, "What? There was no light?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, because I was like, it would be hard to play it, like." And they said something like, "We just get out of the sun, right?" And I was like, "Well, no, because there was no light or something." I don't know we were talking about something about that. And then I saw a Game Boy Color. It was like $30 or something. And I got them like trading card game and Pokemon Blue, and somebody gave me the Pokemon Blue, so I just had an extra one. And I got them like Mickey's Dangerous Chase, I think. I might have kept that one.
Oh, that game's fun.
I like that one.
It's a fun game, yeah.
But there were like, I don't know, there were just a few games I gave them. It was like Tetris and stuff. And I don't know, I guess there's been some issues with it, like it hasn't been working. So I've told him to bring it over and I'll take a look at it. But I was talking to him, and I was talking about something we'll talk about in a second about weird auction prices. And I was like, he was asking about something, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to see all my games? Like maybe you'll think it's cool." And then he was like, "Yeah, I want to see all these games." And I was like, "Okay." And then his grandmother was like, "Oh wait, we have to go somewhere." Like, and she was like, "Can he come over when we get back?" And I was like, "That's fine. Just like knock on the door." And then he came over and he was like, "Wow, look at all this." And like, I was showing him some stuff. Like he was like, I didn't know like he really likes fighting games, and he was like, I was like, "What fighting games do you like?" And he's like, "Oh, I mostly like Mortal Kombat," which is like the opposite of me. Like I mostly like Street Fighter and Tekken.
I'm a Mortal Kombat kid.
Oh no. But that was the first one I played, I believe, was Mortal Kombat 2. But I showed him that. I said, this was the first one I played. And he was like, what? Like, look at this. And so it's funny, like, showing him, like, these old games. And then he was like, can we play a game? And I was like, oh, I guess. Like, I didn't expect him to ask. And I was like, I guess we can. I don't know. Like, what do you want to play? And he was like, just, oh, like, there's that. Oh, wow, there's that. And he was like, do you have any 2-player games on PS4? And I was like, I don't think there really are any, unfortunately. Like, a lot of them, I don't have many I can think of that are, like, 2-player right here. And I don't have a lot of, like, first-person shooters or anything. I think the only one I have is Call of Duty Wildlands, because it came with the PS4, like, the guy I bought it from had it or something.
Yeah.
Or is it Ghost Recon Wildlands? Is that what it is? That's what it is.
I don't follow the first-person shooters. Well, outside of like sci-fi ones.
That one's actually pretty well received.
How was it?
Yeah, but like I haven't actually played it. I just don't really play a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you know, so he was like, "Oh, you have this wrestling game? Like we can like let's play that." And I just installed it and stuff, and we only played it for like a second because then his grandmother was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, I didn't say you could like go over there and like play video games. Like, I just said you could go look." And I was like, "Wait, what? Like, what are you telling me all this stuff for?" And she was like, "I hope he isn't bothering you." And I was like, "Oh no, he's fine. Like he can, like this is fine. Just like I wish he didn't like tell me that was okay." And then you're like telling me it's not. And you know, like, cause she, like I said, like he apparently hadn't like, they didn't like communicate that, and he was just like here.
Yeah.
And she like didn't know where he was or something. And
oh no.
yeah, but then she was like, "Oh, well, if you want to stay over there, you could stay over there for like an hour." And then she was like, "Do you have something to do?" And I was like, "Well," and I was like, "Well, we do have to set up the guinea pig cage." And so we actually did that. I was like, it's probably better like another time. Like, so we only played that wrestling game for like a second, but neither of us knew what we were doing. Like, so it was like very.
Oh yeah, I get that way when I play wrestling.
I like wrestling games. I just like I've never played this game before. It's another one that came with the console. The previous owner had it, so I've never played it. I just had it, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool game to get." And he actually had the keychain with it. I don't know how you got this exactly, but it was like in there. Oh, it's like
the value.
The value. Why is it? Oh, it's okay. And
should post a picture of it in a Facebook group and be like, "How much is this worth?"
I should do that. Yeah. It's interesting because my copy of that game, I think, is like from the Middle East or something. Because the guy had, well, my PS4 is PS4 Pro, but my PS4 is actually like a Region 2 PS4. I believe the guy I think said he got it in England, but I'm not really sure. He was like a college student, I think at like a kind of an expensive college. And he, I mean, it's hard to tell, but where he was living, it seemed like it was that. And he, I don't know. I'm thinking he was from like India or Pakistan or something.
Yeah.
And
PS4 is region free anyway, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But it's like just interesting. Like I have
That's cool.
Well, the cover, like it's in like Arabic or something. Like where it talks about, like, I guess it came with a free download of Sting, which like has expired. Like it does, so it's whatever. But it's like in Arabic, and I don't know. It's just neat to look at. But
Yeah, that's really cool.
The one thing that is unfortunate about the PS4 Pro I have is I can't watch movies on it because unless you
Yeah,
get a
because
Region 2 Blu-ray. But
yeah,
it's
because
kind
their
of
DVD Blu-rays are like region locked, unfortunately.
yeah, now it's somewhat beneficial in a way because now I have a Region 2 Blu-ray player.
Oh yeah,
So like I just use the PS3 for like like the Region 1. I don't own any Region 2 Blu-rays, but I guess if I did, I could play them on there. I don't know.
yeah,
But that's like a weird uh cool fact about my PS4 Pro is that it's from somewhere else. I don't know. It might England
cool.
or it could be from the somewhere in like Saudi Arabia or India or so. I don't know. I don't think it'd be India because I think that'd be Region 3. But
Yeah,
yeah. But so it's from another area. I don't know the regions that well. Yeah.
cool though.
All right, we'll switch up here. I guess
You said Switch.
switch up. I'm gonna
What do you
stop
think
and I'm gonna
about
start again.
what do you think about the OLED?
Well, we'll talk about that in the
Oh, we're gonna talk about the
segment. Yeah.
OLED.